Hello, beautiful people. Um, okay, so this is going to be a bit triggering, all right? As you can see by the title, I'm addressing the paranoia in the community, in ourselves, and I feel like there's a lot of this energy of our karmics learning these lessons, um, almost getting this vindication or validation that the people who've hurt you have gotten some kind of karma in some way, especially in the tarot community, in the romantic space, right? And I feel like this message is not concerning the shady people that might be plotting against you, talking shit about you. So what? Because the fact of the matter is that's a whole other energy of, because you're looking at people throwing a bunch of stones at you, you need to really look at how many of those stones actually hit you. Because you're giving there's a lot of energy being given to the people you don't want to see, that don't want to see you win, by you giving them the power and saying the blockages I'm experiencing are because of them. You're empowering your ops. And we've talked about this, right? So this message though today is surrounding these blessings coming in. It felt like I was going to do this last night, but I just got my period and especially the day one, I don't like to do readings or anything like that. And so I just waited to do it today. But I feel like this urgency, and the urgency is because there's a lot of blessings coming in to the collective. And a lot of it is a reflection of the justice. It's justice coming into you for what you truly deserved, right? Things happened to you, people treated you like shit. And instead of focusing on what they deserve, right? You're focusing on what you focused on what you deserve, right? I didn't deserve to be treated this way. Not, this is what that person deserves doing that. This is what I deserve because I shouldn't have been treated a certain way. So many of you guys are manifesting pure justice and it's coming in. But there's these blockages that a lot of people in the community swear is somebody else. Black magic, witchcraft, whatever you want, call it. Stop empowering your haters. Because the way I was reading it on the Patreon, because we broke this down over 3 days, over a couple of readings, and I'm still honing in on the energy, but I have a better grasp of what's happening. And essentially, collective, it's you projecting your own wounding on your blessings. And now they look like things that they aren't. And that's exactly what happened to your karmics. When you tried to love them, they didn't see what you were presenting. They saw something completely different. That wasn't a reflection of you. It was a reflection of their fears and their wounding and their own fucking trauma. But the wheel's turning, collective. And here you are, manifesting new love that you know you deserve, new opportunities in career, business, whatever. But I see you guys paranoid and you're putting yourself in the Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles position unnecessarily. And the only thing that's making you juggle something is your own paranoia. Meaning, if you are accountable for why you might be triggered and afraid, then when you look at whatever this is, you'll really be able to use a little bit more discernment. I'm going to try to help you the best I can. This is a newer message and it just feels really important because we don't want to go around the karmic cycle again, right? And we're at this beautiful precipice in the karmic cycle, collective, where you drag yourself back onto the top of the karmic cycle. Now there's opportunities, things coming into you. And for many of you, what you guys don't understand, the reason why you're so drawn to the karma that your karmics are experiencing is because they teach you. Because many of you guys will end up like your karmics, and you will treat love just like how they treated you. And all you're going to say is, it's because I'm afraid and because I'm wounded and because of what I've been through. Because you're consciously aware. What if your karmics weren't consciously aware? But what about when you were consciously aware? right? So I'm just saying, like, it feels like a really exciting time, and the only thing that can ruin it is your own paranoia, your own pessimism, your own fears of the past recreating itself. But that to me is the collective doubting themselves. You're doubting your ability to use discernment. You're also doubting your heart. What if your heart doesn't lead you to what you want or what you think you want, but it leads you to what you actually need? Because a lot of you guys still, for some of you, the biggest blockage is not trusting your own heart because you blame it and you swear it played you out of your position. Thank you, Organic Blackberry, and everybody who donates. You guys don't trust your heart chakra. The problem is you're manifesting new love in your life. And all you're drawn to are your karmics. And if they learn the painful lessons, and all that's trying to show you is don't make the same mistake as them when you do manifest new love into your life. And it's very triggering. For those of you that have already manifested this, congratulations to all the hard work you guys done over the past couple of months trying to adjust to your new timelines. So not projecting the wounding onto your blessings and actually being accountable and being like, oh my God, this is because of this that I went through. This is why I'm struggling. This is why this is hard. And how bonded you feel to your partners, your new friends, whatever the case is, who understand your process and respect it. Like, congratulations for pushing through. Because I know it wasn't easy. I know. Okay? So this message is very specific in a sense of energy, meaning this is for those of you who, one, are manifesting justice or have manifest or will manifest justice because you understand what it is. And you made it about you, your mind. What manifests is your mind. And some of you guys are focused too much on the karma that other people are experiencing. Yes, the people who broke your heart, they regret it. So what? What now? What did it teach you? Are you just going to watch? Like, what does it do for you now? They did. All of them. Every single one. Where do we go from here? Well, we don't go anywhere because you were so busy focused on manifesting justice for the people who hurt you that you didn't manifest it for yourself, which is all the good things you deserve because of what you've been through. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So this message is for those who do understand what justice is and are manifesting it for themselves. This message is also for those of you that are accountable and are going to push through your new timeline by understanding that you are projecting your own wounds on your blessings, your own fears, illusions. They're straight illusions. This reading is about there being not a problem and that there's a blessing in front of you and you're seeing a problem and it doesn't exist. Now, this message came in on Patreon and it kind of ties into this message here, but it just plays out in a different way. And it was funny because I delivered it and then you guys came on this morning talking about if only Will Smith saw this message, and I broke out into laughter once I saw what you guys were talking about. But anyway, some of you guys, this whole backbiting, gossipy culture is actually really causing a lot of negative karma. Okay? And what I channeled is that because you're creating an energy portal anytime you gather with people, when you gather with your friends and you start backbiting and chatting and gossiping about certain people, I mean, it's all fun and games, right? Until actions start happening, meaning that person is being treated a certain way about these gossip sessions, and these lies are impacting this person's life. Now you're wondering why you're experiencing karma. It's because what you partook in negatively impacted somebody's life, and you're going to feel that. You have karmic ties to that. So be very careful about the backbiting. But what also came in is that for some of you, somebody tells you something that makes you want to do something, put justice in your own hands, do some kind of vengeance ways, and then you end up finding out it's a lie and you regret it. You regret it so fucking bad, and now you get karma. And it's not based on what you thought. It's based on what you did. So be very, very, very careful, collective. The karmic. It's about this wheel. right? Are you going to go around the wheel again, or are you going to leap to a new timeline? And tapping into those that have leaped into the new timeline, it was really difficult, but it's very, very fulfilling, vindicating, validating. Like, it's so worth it. And that was you guys saying, because there's no facts. That's what I'm trying to say. There's this illusionary energy that devil energy is casting, and it's because you're so close to what it is that you want. There's these illusions that are trying to play you out of your position and take you out of alignment, collective. Not receive your blessings, reject them, put on guys, you work so hard to balance your karmic scales. One faulty little lie that triggers you can get you to, if you react and respond and do something on account of it, can put your whole karmic scale out of balance. Some of you guys regret something you did because of what somebody told you, and now you're realizing it's a lie, and it makes sense why you're going through what it is you're going through karmically, because it was a lie. That's why be mindful of what you take into your own hands. You don't have the eyes of God. We can't see like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm hoping, I set intentions to come in this reading to really help the collective. We're going to pull cards. We'll see what we get, but I had to address this energy because collective, you guys are so close. And look what also is very, very close. Can you guys see the cardinal? I don't know if you can see it, but because I can't zoom on this camera, but it's right there. Anyways, guys, how are you guys? Happy Monday. I forgot to do the poll, but I'm going to put the poll out to see if you guys want to keep the reading to Monday or change it to another day. I feel like we should change it to another day for spring equinox, but I don't really care. I can do it either way. All right, but let's pray. I want to use the Venetian tarot. All right, let's pray and then get into the spread. Hey, Mimi. Hey, April. Hey, Organic Blackberry. Hey, sorry. All right, Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, and Guardian Angels. Thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective, all the messages that are in our greatest good, surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, and Guardian Angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, guys, for frankincense, you guys can go to www.queencup.ca. We're actually going to be, you guys might want to wait. I'm just saying, because we're going to launch the new essential oil bracelet as well as the spring equinox kit. And we are going to be launching a new resin with the spring equinox kit. That's why it's late. We're waiting for it to ship here. All right. And then we're just going to jar it up, put it on the website, but I'll keep you guys posted. Okay. But yes. Let's see. Blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings, I just heard. You guys, because of this internal work you're doing, just the fact of acknowledging that you could be projecting your own wounding on something and you going within to kind of reflect on why you're feeling triggered first before responding and reacting, it clears a blockage. Your willingness to see past the illusion is creating a blockage. I mean, clearing a blockage. The Ace of Swords and the Five of... If my energy seems low, guys, it's because I'm on my period and I'm just... It's fresh. I feel drained naturally, you know? But with the Ace of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, that tells me that some of you guys, that's what I'm trying to say. You know the truth of what will put you out in the cold, what will disappoint you, what's not for you, what's less than you deserve. But you're still not trusting your heart to make decisions about leading you into the next phase of your life. Because you guys have to understand your heart didn't lead you to what you think you wanted. That's why it didn't turn out the way you wanted. You're going, oh, well, I wanted this and I wanted this, and your heart's led you somewhere else. It was because it led you to the karmic lessons that were part of the bigger picture. They were going to put you in alignment with what you truly wanted. You want this, but you have all this wounding and you have all these blockages and you have all these paradigms that you have to break out, but you want this. It's unrealistic. We talked about that last week, what you want not aligning with how you move or what you're doing. Right? So anyway, I feel like there's no need to be afraid because yes, collective, there's going to be all kinds of shit coming at you and trying to manipulate. But because if you're in union and your head and your heart are on the same page, I don't understand how you can get finessed. And if you do get finessed, if you've shed your ego, I don't even see how that's a problem because you're going to learn a bunch of lessons and become a lot more savvy and wise anyway. So what's the problem? Do you get the blockage I'm addressing? This is what I'm trying to say. Like some of you guys, if you're readers and you're seeing the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords in a reading, it's not talking about the people around you who are scamming you or trying to deceive you and shit like that. That's not this reading. It's not. I'm not saying there aren't these people doing this to you. I'm sure there are. But if you truly put your faith in the creator and stop with this whole black magic nonsense and stop giving your ops all the power, you'll see them get dealt with and it will be less and less. But now I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah, like that's not the message here. Like in this message, there's nothing to worry about. You're the problem. The 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords is your paranoia, your fears that all stop you from being open, taking action towards your dreams, being open to what it is you're asking for from the universe. Like you're your own blockage, or at least here. You guys have to understand I am put here to empower you in whatever way I can. And if I tell you that somebody's obia and witchcraft is stopping you from moving forward, or I don't even give a fuck their lies, I don't give a fuck anything they did stopped you, I disempower you. And now whatever your ops, these people who don't want to see you win, they actually get to manifest that because you give them the power to do that because you say it's their fault. They blocked me. They. You are relinquishing the power to them. We do not do that here. So here, you're the blockage and we are going to work through together, Angel Gang, how to equally, individually clear these blockages so that we can empower ourselves to move forward to everything we are begging, wishing for, everything our ancestors have been supporting us and unlocking, not just for ourselves, but the bloodline. So whose fault is it? Are you guys still blaming? I told you that shit's mental illness. Be accountable. That's what powerful people do. If I don't blame because it's for me, I'm accountable because I have the power to make the change. No one has it over me. Nobody stopped anything in my romantic life, ever. And I've been single for a long time, and I've had people do a lot of fucked up shit. It taught me valuable lessons. It mirrored back to me petty, low vibrational shit, wounding. It all makes sense now. It's no one's fault. Here, I'm ready to move on. And I know you guys are too. And that's what I'm trying to help you guys do. So the blessings are exactly a reflection of you guys doing that, clearing your own blockages. Straight up. There are plenty of people plotting, bad minding, talking shit about you. So what? Let that energy go right back to them because the fact of the matter is everything they did, they're experiencing. But you're sitting there watching this while what you do want and deserve isn't happening because you're not manifesting it because your focus is on watching your ops suffer. Yes, they're suffering. They regret it. All my karmics loved me. I know that for me personally. And none of them chose me. And all of them treated me poorly in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And all I tried to do was love them. But the fact of the matter is all that karmic situation taught me was to prepare me for right now so that I don't do the same thing. Because they were just hurt and they were just wounded and they just had gone through a bunch of shit from the past too. That's what they would tell me. Because they regret it. There was no need for it. I didn't do them nothing. So I'm going to learn from my karmics not to do the same thing when my blessings come in, right? So this is what I'm trying to show you guys. Just address your wounding. Have compassion for yourself. Don't hide your shadow and pretend. I don't know how else to cut that. You guys want to see my my little herb plants that I'm going to plant soon? It's too cold. I mean, it snowed yesterday, which was very depressing, but my basil, I just made pasta and put it in there. It was so good. And my parsley. It's nice, right? My Empress energy, she's really serious about going to the Sheridan Gardens on a regular basis. Hey guys. It feels really the world. It feels very the world. The 8 of Swords. This is what you're freeing yourself from. This is what I'm trying to say. The illusion, the paranoia that stops you, that blocks you. This isn't anybody else's stuff. This is yours. And the only thing that hurts more than people trying to get in the way of tearing you down and stopping you from manifesting your dreams is when you're that person to yourself. Like, that's really heartbreaking. So this speaks of the illusions that we create in our own minds that tell us we can't move forward. So this is just the divine confirming what this message is about today. Clearing your own blockages, collective. It felt like floodgates. It felt like all this was able to come through now. It felt like an epiphany. It felt liberating. Just to know, right? Anyway, and then here it comes. See what I'm trying to say? You cleared a blockage because you empowered yourself to be accountable enough to know the blockage was within and not without. Because on the outside, it's the Ace of Pentacles. There's nothing wrong with this. The problem is here. It's you. In this message here. Because quite frankly, collective, if anybody's coming and offering you an ace disingenuous or has ulterior motives, you will peep it. You peeped it in the past. The only issue was you didn't love yourself enough to honor what you peeped. You were so codependent, it didn't matter about the red flags, but you saw them before. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And your heart led you through a very painful lesson to learn to trust your instincts. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You're going to identify that there's nothing externally being presented to you or that you want to go after that poses any threat to you or is a problem. The problem are your own fears. This is the only thing stopping you from blessings. Do you know how exciting this is? That's pretty much nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Your blessings are here. It's really a new year. Like, holy shit. Do you know how long we've waited to get to this point, collective? Do you know how much is going to change this year because of this blockage, this paradigm shift that's been cleared, all of this shit? It goes right from this blockage to the ace. Beautiful. And chariot and victory. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. It's because I'm on my period. It's not because I'm on my period. Okay, I'm not going to hide behind my menstruation. It's because this is emotional and it's deep and it's victory. And it's not just your victory, collective. It's mine. It's ours. We have been on this journey for years doing this work straight up. And I'm going to put in this description the downloads of a light worker for the shadow as a refresher for any of you guys struggling to do the shadow work, which is going to clear the blockages. But this message today are for those of you that cleared it. Congratulations. There is a blockage you clear internally, collective, that immediately or within a short period of time is reflected externally to you. And the reason why I believe it's immediate, because the divine wants you to see the correlation between your internal blockages and the external ones. And why certain things, you couldn't move forward in certain things, whether romantically or in career, or even just you wanted to move, or why can't I get a car, or why can't I expand? And you go within, you were forced, there was nowhere else to go, there was nothing else to blame, it wasn't working. And you cleared something within yourself where you naturally feel better. You feel like, okay, that feels better. And boom, a way is made. And that's why I think it's immediate, because the universe wants you to know this is how this works. Collective, please stop blaming your ops, karmics. Please stop disempowering yourself. Like, it rocked me how detrimental that is to the ascension process, the manifestation process. And as a tarot reader, I have to address this shit in the community. I don't give a fuck how many people lash out against me. I'm Minakir. I'm protected for this. That's why I'm on this path. I have guides that aren't mine. They are associated with a path that I picked. And if I ever came off the path, they wouldn't protect me anymore. But I'm on that path. And this path is to really help with this ascension journey here. And I promise you guys, I have a duty to help you to be empowered enough to be accountable so that you can clear your own shit and get the victory you truly deserve. And that's exactly what's happening here. A way is made by the universe, and they're going to make sure you understand that it is directly connected to some kind of way you made within. So you unfold, you took your hands from your eyes, and then you realized that the key for the cuffs was actually right beside you, and that the thing that's holding his legs, all he had to do was unscrew them. So he was blaming somebody else. Come help me. Nobody's helping me. Or somebody did this to me. But the fact is, you can empower yourself to come out of it. Even if you didn't put yourself there, you're the one responsible to take yourself out, because you're empowered to do so. I think you guys get the point. I feel this eagerness, and I know it has to do with this. It's because of what's coming in. And I just see a bunch of you guys going through the purging and crying, but just being happy because your blessings are here. And then for a small group of you, you're going to look at these blessings and you're going to see the devil. And all the devil is projecting illusions out using your wounds. And you guys wonder why all I talk about is the wounding in the shadow, because this is how you get what you want and how you stop getting played by the devil. The devil uses your wounding like a harp, like strings on a fucking harp, playing and playing. The less wounds, the less strings. I just feel emotional, like I want to cry. This is, it's so much victory. It's what's deserved. The Seven of Cups, there's that confusion and the illusion. Trapped in confusion and illusion. And I hope this reading helps you to clear your own blockage. This is no one to blame. There's nothing wrong. This isn't bad. Collective, if this was bad, you wouldn't even be going through this triggering. It wouldn't get it out of you. The reason why you feel this way is because it's actually what you want. You already know how you're going to respond when people come to you with less than what you deserve, whether in career, love, or romance, because you did the work to say no, to love yourself enough to say no. But what happens when your actual dreams come in, collective? Do you love yourself enough to say yes to this just as much as you love yourself enough to say no to that? Because this is what I'm talking about in this reading. Oh, you guys deserve this so bad. The Five of Cups. Your disappointment, your wounding, And when you went through this, instead of worrying about the karma, about what's going to happen to her, you went, or him, you went and focused on what justice is for you. And for some of you, what this justice is, it's real love. But yeah, some of you guys, your wounding is actually what's this wounding, because of what you've experienced from the past, because of that, this is what you're doing to a new opportunity. If this is career, because of some kind of rejection, quote unquote, that you experienced, which was just saving you from misalignment, you're not even open. Somebody could be like, oh, I have a wicked opportunity. Or somebody could be like, yo, did you see what just opened up? Or, yo, you should apply to this or whatever. And look at you. No, no, no. But it's really what you deserve. It's justice. I think you guys are getting the energy. The Hangman. You cleared your own blockage. You're no longer stuck because you understand why the universe put you in this position to begin with. And you empowered yourself to say, I can take myself down. I put myself up here. I can take myself down. You empowered yourself. You have a different perspective. You're free. I just want to cry. And then look. But this is the issue. This is what you went through that caused you to be like this. The problem is that's not the energy you need to be in to receive this, which is really what you deserve from what you've been through. You had your heart pulled out of your chest, many of you. And here it is, heart, love being offered to you. But look how you're looking at it. I don't see that, pretending like you can't see what it actually is, or you can't feel it. Trust your heart again, collective. Because for many of you, this opportunity is one that it's of your heart's desire. It's of your heart's desire. And the wheel. Don't be like your karmics. What did they teach you? They taught you not to reject love. They taught you how your wounding could get you to disrespect love. And how your pain can turn you into a demon, a cold asshole. How it can put you in a position of regret. How it can get you blind to see the genuine purity of what's being offered to you. This is what your karmics taught you. And you're going to be put in that position and you're going to think about them. And you're going to go, shit, my karmics really did love me. They just were just like you. Hurt, broken, scared, don't know no better, trying to figure it out, not sure, attacked, whatever. Triggered. The Seven of Swords. This is not, in this reading, this is not anybody else but you. This is you willing to walk away from love. And what you see the Four Swords in his hand, that's because all you can reflect on is the heartbreak of the past. You don't really have any faith about love in the future. That's what this Seven of Swords in this reading is saying today. And the people who interfere in your romantic relationships and things like that, and don't want you to win, and whose lies negatively impacted your relationships, they showed you things you weren't willing to see in your relationship, and that's how weak it really was. So you should thank them too. Because you were going to find out one way or another. And let it be through the, whatever little... Because that's why a lot of you, your friends betray you. with your romantic partners because they're your friends and they vow oaths to the creator, whether they're aware of it or not, to help you. And a lot of these low vibrational friends will help you see that your partners ain't shit because of what they were able to make them do or convince them to do or lie to them about or whatever. Again, empower yourself about how your friends serve you and how your karmic experience served you and how it taught you. Because if you don't get it, I swear on everything collective, everything you've been either reading or fucking watching is going to be about is your own future. That divine masculine energy you were reading about is going to be you in regret, in the chaser position, whatever. I don't even know what this message. Four of Wands. Many of you guys are manifesting union, or if it's career-wise, you're manifesting a different level of stability that you haven't had before, meaning this job brings you enough abundance that it changes. It brings you to a stability you've only dreamed about. And here you are, paranoid as fuck. Don't know. It's you. It's fucking you. Devil energy's hoping that you give it another go. One way or another, you put yourself around this cycle again, except for this time, that's you with the sword. And that's some other motherfucker laying on the ground that you're going to be chasing going, I'm sorry. Or regret hurting. Or not understand, how could I do that to somebody who was just trying to love me? And then you're going to blame it on the devil and witchcraft and all this shit. It's you. And your broken fucking heart. That's what it is. Lot of mercy. Lot of mercy. Hey, Derica. Right, I thought this time it's you with the sword. Swords just shook my soul. Yes, been manifesting stability and security. My cousin's coming into my home, into my bed. Wow. What? I don't know. I didn't see that. Oh, there's also this other message. There's this control. I feel like it's either a parent, it's a family member, or it's a romantic. It's like somebody you've been in a relationship with, a husband, a wife, or something like that. But some of you guys in the collective are realizing you were taking advice from somebody you didn't want to end up like. So, like, for example, you might admire that somebody has a stable relationship, but you don't like the person that they're in a relationship with. So then what advice would you take from this person? Maybe you would take advice about maybe how to navigate through certain things in a relationship, but you really wouldn't ask them their advice on what they thought about your partner, right? Yeah, you see how I just did that? I determined very cognizantly what I know I would go to somebody for advice for, and what wouldn't work, or what kind of advice I'd be willing to receive. And for some of you guys, you've been receiving advice for somebody who you don't want to end up like. But the problem is the way they present themselves, they give the illusion that you would want to end up like them. But if you really get to know them, you realize that they don't actually live as well as they project. This Four of Wands is coming out as like a certain, like a way of living, a quality of life. For many of you, this quality of life is changing. And for many of you, I believe it's increasing. This Ace of Wands is a reflection of an increase. Then we've got the Page of Cups, and both two knaves. This is somebody watching you who wants to apologize. This is somebody who, they're too afraid to approach you. Somebody is trying to figure out a way to get in contact with you. So they don't want you to know that they're trying to find a new number or an email address. Somebody could be asking somebody, where does somebody work now? Do you know where this person works? I don't know. I feel like somebody's inquiring about you. I know these are messengers, but sometimes to me they're inquiries. They're questions. But if these are messages, then this is somebody watching you before presenting you with some kind of information, a message, an opportunity. Then this is temperance energy. This speaks of like some kind of patience, divine timing. I don't know. Then we have the Three of Cups. Add the 3 to the Knave, and then there's that Four of Cups. That's what I'm trying to say. The Four of Cups speaks about that ignoring energy, not being open to what it is that you want. Then we have the Eight of Cups. Somebody's watching you to see what you've been doing since they have been gone. This could be romantic, platonic, I don't know, but somebody is watching someone and going, I want to know before I reach out to this person, even if I reach out to this person, because some of you, this person might not reach out to you. But if it's showing up in this reading, I'm guessing it will, unless it is you creeping up on somebody else, somebody you might have left behind, somebody that you haven't spoke to, you might have ghosted, something like that, and you're creeping them to see what they've been doing. Have they changed? What's different in their life? Five of Swords. Somebody's going through a hard time. I got this on the Patreon as well. Somebody's going through a hard time. It's coming out again. Somebody's going through a hard time and they want to call on you, but they feel guilty about doing that. Like they can't do that. Five of Wands. I also feel like somebody was negatively getting involved. I feel like somebody regrets their involvement in a situation. I feel like they're like, I'm getting karma for how I was involved in something that I shouldn't have been involved in. Somebody regrets their involvement in a situation and would like to balance the scales, at the very least, pull themselves out and have nothing to do with something anymore. Somebody feels ashamed of how somebody was able to rope somebody into something. And it could have gone back to that message at the beginning. Right? There's this backbiting and this this backbiting and this gossiping, right? Somebody could have told you something knowing that you would become inflamed or you would take some kind of action, only to find out that this person was lying. This person wasn't being honest. That's why I feel like you need to be very careful, because for some of you, you'll really regret doing something to somebody or the actions that you take against somebody because they really didn't deserve it. But you did it based on what somebody told you. And said, well, based on what somebody told me, you definitely deserve this. But most of you guys, you are not going to be baited into this. Or most of you guys are going to, or some of you guys are actually going to find out that something you didn't get baited into. Why? You're going to be like, thank God. See, you're going to be like, I knew that person was a fucking liar. This person came to me trying to get me to lick out against somebody or live out some kind of vengeance on somebody. Meanwhile, that person didn't even do nothing. I knew it. Or some of you guys might be in very deep regret and be like, you're a fucking demon. I knew I shouldn't have fucking listened to you. Anyways, then we have the Nine of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. I feel like I can wrap this reading up, to be honest, because it's the same message coming out. This is you juggling wish fulfillment. And then you're juggling between wish fulfillment and putting yourself out in the cold, or keeping yourself out in the cold. And this is the lies. This is where the leap of faith is coming. The leap of faith is required. That's what the illusions are. For some of you, what justice is coming, the justice that's coming into you is somebody's hard work and investment. It's either in your business or into your connection. That's the justice. You might not have ever had anybody put this kind of effort and intention for longevity in a relationship like this person is. This is your justice. but now your commitment issues are being triggered, all of your wounding, and don't project this on this person. Be accountable. Clear the energy, so that you can really have what it is that you deserve. Because for some of you, look at that hard work. This is what somebody's putting into your relationship or willing to put into your relationship. This person is working so hard they can't talk. Maybe karmically you were used to somebody who was all talk and no action. This person can barely talk because look at all the fucking work they're putting in. They're not into the long, long talk. That's real justice, not the person who didn't put work in, suffering. Because that's what I see a lot of people obsessed about. Okay, yeah. They got karma, now what? Now nothing. I want to pull one of these Aboriginal ones, and then we'll pull a couple from the other Oracle deck, and I'll wrap, okay? I think you guys get the point. Look at the sorrow. Seasons change. I love that. Okay, but I want one card that I'll read from the book. The Aboriginal Dreamtime Oracle. I haven't used this in a long time. Healing journey. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you understand why you have to deal with your own projection so you can see that for many of you, what you're manifesting is this healing with your partner in this union that you really need, but you would have to identify your wounding to understand the gift you're really being given, which is help with your healing. It's healing journey, but you've been on a healing journey, collective. This is speaking about a healing journey with you and another. So this reading is very much relationship based. But anyways, let's read this. Oh. Okay, there. All right. The little bush bee was an industrious little fellow. He flittered around constantly, and as soon as he rested for a moment, he would hurry back to work collecting more honey. All the other bees wished they could be as resourceful as him because he was always finding new places to collect his honey. One day, all the bees were resting and discussing the dangers of a new yellow flower that they had found, which could make them sick. The busy bee had already gone back to work and missed the conversation as he was in a hurry to collect more honey. Late that evening, he returned to the other bees, but they could see that he was unwell. After some prompting, they discovered that the busy bee indeed found the new yellow flower that they had discussed earlier during the rest time. The little bee became very sick, and during his recovery was unable to work. He spent this time listening to the other bees and discovering that if you stopped and listened to others, there is a lot to learn. Now, this is also that energy. You guys are you are the blockage to your own healing because you're not willing to listen, to stop and listen to somebody else. And it could be because they hurt you, what you heard about them. Either way, it's stopping you from being open to healing. Okay? And then Dreamtime message. The constant chatter in your head must be exhausting. Never a moment of peace for you. The chatter is constant because you don't take time to listen to it. So it has to keep repeating itself until you listen. Wow. Listen to the chatter, then it will go away. It's that simple. You will then start to find the peace and quiet you have been searching for. Surrender. Just look at it. Just listen to it. There's nothing to worry about. That greatest fear that you have rummaging your head, it's a fucking illusion. And the devil card didn't even come up because the devil's a lie. And all we're talking about is the truth here. That your own woundings are casting illusions, and that what real justice is, and so forth and so forth. Anyways, let's pull a few from this and we'll wrap. April spring reminds me of nagging my partner. I'm the blockage. I mean, You're the blockage, but it's not about blame. Let me blame myself. Let me blame myself. That is not going to get you anywhere. And it will also disempower you. Really learn how to empower yourself. And I understand how hard it is because of the society we in that's constantly trying to disempower ourselves so that we can be more codependent and reliant on the system. So I get it. But here, I'm going to do the best I can to empower you. And that's by telling you that your blockages are yours. And you guys are going to clear some blockage this week. And you are going to see within a very short period of time how that manifests externally to you by you being able to move forward or something being able to come into you that couldn't before. And you're going to go, oh, and the divine's going to go, yeah, you get it now? So within, so without, right? Facade and mysticism speaks about this illusionary energy, and then passion. We're going to read facade. There's a chance that it's facade, but I'm pretty sure it's facade. Where's the book? Oh, there it is. Hi from Italy. Oh, wow. Hi. I love when you guys catch me live too. I'm going to do the poll to see if you guys want to switch the date. All right. Facade. Facade. Bronze god. This isn't who I am, the legend. The bronze boy Darnell was young when his father died and he became the man of the family. Out for a walk one day, many years later, he was mesmerized by the sight of children playing. As a child, he'd never played, and he hid behind a tree, crying bitterly, then quickly buried his emotions. At the very end of his life, on his way to heaven, he stopped at the park and finally reclaimed the inner child he had left behind many years ago. I honestly feel like you're being asked to reclaim this now instead of on your deathbed, collective. This is what the warning is. It's to avoid that. Inspiration. If you are unhappy in your relationships, you may be relating to others through a false sense of duty. Give up being something you are not. I put the card closer. I'm like, can you see? Personal inquiry. Bronze god is about reclaiming life. What have I done to heal my childhood pain? Key ideas: disassociating from yourself. Reclaim your life. Healing childhood pain. And keywords: recovery, integration, and play. Meditation. Imagine yourself as a child running and taking flight. Veer off to the clouds and find a playground in the sky. Swing, slide, laugh, and if you choose, find other children to play with. Enjoy yourself. While you are there, you will receive a message of some kind. You can ask your child self if there's anything you need to know. This speaks about the purity. Your inner child knows what's genuine and most pure. That's why a child will just randomly look at somebody and be like, I don't like you. Because the child's heart's pure and it's just picking up on, you know. But this purity is necessary because what's coming to you is pure, collective. And that's why it's saying ask your inner child, because it's your inner child that's going to go, yes, yes, yes. Let me go. Let me go. I want to go there. I want to go there. Give it to me. Give it to me. Because it's an energetic vibrational match and it's the purity. That's what you have to follow. It doesn't matter what comes of it. It's your heart. Guilt, soulmate. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. There's the gossip. There's all the backbiting, right? All you guys with your low vibrational social groups and all your backbiting and back chatting. Why is this happening to me? Why is this? It's because of all of the fucking karma you're getting from all of the things, all of the negative impact that your little low vibrational gossip sessions create. So that's you guys, or some of you. I heard somebody go, I don't have enough friends to gossip and backbite. I know. I know it'd be like that, right? Anyways, then there's the guilt. And then soulmate. I feel like for some of you, this is somebody feels guilty about some kind of gossip they partook in. And they may come to you, and that's them clearing their karma. You don't really need to receive or forgive them. Them just doing that clears their karma and lets them go about their life. Okay, so it is about you, but then it really isn't. All right, especially when somebody's seeking forgiveness. It's about squaring up with the creator and the universe, right? By coming to you with a certain level of purity and respect. But anyway, I also feel like there's guilt here surrounding a soulmate. Okay. This soulmate could be, could feel guilty about how they ended the relationship or what they did after you might have broke up with them. And they could come to you and say, I did that because I was hurting and I was in pain. And that's honest and that's true. But I know. I just feel like this guilt is going to be released. It's a burden. It's a burden that has to be released. This guilty energy. Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Oh, I want to read mysticism because we've gotten it twice and we haven't read it. So it'll just probably come up again. It's a purple card. There it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. A woman named Aubergine. You are not to know. The legend. A woman named Aubergine calls on the telephone to confirm that she will be with us tonight. Yet no woman named Aubergine has been invited. Of the 4 invited, 2 are wed and 2 are unknown to each other, a woman and a man. Surely, if this mysterious woman were the guest of the man, she would have made it known. A woman approaches. The woman's name is Aubergine, the woman who will be with us tonight. What? The inspiration, it is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Personal inquiring, am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. Key ideas, ignoring signs, unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, and journey. See, there's a fine line between your fear of the unknown and your intuitive knowing. This is like, because that's what I'm trying to say. Like, that's why I wanted to make you guys understand that this reading was very specific to a certain energy, because your intuition is telling you certain people aren't to be trusted. You need to leave certain people behind, stop communicating with certain people, not take certain opportunities because better ones are on the way. So you have to trust all of that. But I'm talking about your paranoia, where there isn't anything to worry about, which is where I feel like this, why I feel like this mysticism card came out. Okay, do not respond until you are certain. Do not reject something because of your fears and your illusions that you can't root in any facts. Meaning, like, there's no facts to say this person did this that warrants me doing this to them. Or nothing, there's no facts that say that this is dangerous or won't turn out good, or if this isn't genuine. What's going on, guys? I'm going to read a couple of your comments before I say bye. What did you guys think of these energies? And congratulations to you guys, because I tapped into people in the collective who already received these aces and these manifestations a couple of months ago, and they've worked so hard through the energies. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes courage. It really does take courage to follow your heart again after it's been broken, after it's led you through trials and tribulations. Those trials and tribulations made you stronger. They made you wiser. You know what I'm saying? Which is all what prepares you to have the kind of love that you deserve, you know, or the kind of success that you've been craving. What was I going to say? I'm going to do a video about spiritual beasts. I'm probably going to do it with the 3 of Cups, but I'm going to invite my aunt. I shouted her out years ago at the beginning. She focuses on all things dog and holistic and spiritual and stuff. So we're going to do a video talking about spiritual beasts, why we're drawn to them, what they teach them, Who are they in the other realms? When is the justice coming? Yeah, when is the justice coming? I just feel like those people, like those of you that are wondering when the justice is coming, I still think it's because you're focused on the injustice. So if you're focused more on the injustice, you might be then seeing people getting karma for what they did to you. And that's fine, you can do that. But again, that'll get boring because it's still not what you deserve. The justice is coming in, Elizabeth, when you manifest it, when you understand what it really is, when you love yourself enough to manifest it in your life. I mean, just make a blog about men. Tarot is different. Light red foot, like you talk so much, okay? I don't want to make a blog about men. That's what you're saying is more a reflection about you, right? Tarot is a tool to do whatever I want. Okay? You should do a blog about men because that's what you're pimping your ass out on tarot trying to figure out. So stop coming on my channel telling me what to do. Okay? Red foot? Hot foot? No problem, Vicky's. Been going through a lot of purging lately, but today I have out that the people who I see as family or letting them slide are the ones who are stabbing in the back, but deaf my fault for covering my eyes. It's not even your fault though, just because don't blame yourself. Just know that's the only reason why you didn't trust your intuition. There's nothing wrong with your intuition. It was fine. It always worked. Just look at all the reasons why you didn't trust it in the past, and it will get you to be really reassured that you'll never not trust your intuition again. Look past the red flags, that you're fine to follow your heart to whatever the next lesson, blessing, whatever is in store for you. No, I don't have classes. If I did do classes, it would just be around like helping people come into union with their own soul by focusing on the 5 elements as well as the heart and head union work. I'm so tired too, guys. My energy was low, but I wanted to do this since last night. I'm like, I have to tell them, like as if you guys weren't gonna make it till tomorrow. I was just excited. No, I don't do personal readings. I stopped doing those. And I probably won't do them again, but if I did come back and do anything that I used to do that I don't do now, it would be personal readings. It won't be the zodiac signs. Will this be available to rewatch? Yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you guys for checking out the reading, tapping in, share in the comments. You guys create a whole vibe. So we connect here weekly, right? So talk about whatever you guys did do or experience or energies that you feel were prominent to you for the week. And I'm sure other people in the comments will resonate. Also, none of these readings are date and zodiac sign specific anymore, other than the zodiac signs, but even those weren't specific. You know what I mean? Go through the library. The whole library is yours. Yeah, 5Ds are about change. I was actually tapping into how we're going to be getting access to these different realms. Remember, I posted that video about me researching about the 1 and the 2 dimension, the 4D or whatever like that. It's because of this expansion, getting access to different realms. A lot of your dark work, think of the energy of Persephone going into the underworld. That's a completely different realm. It's like the 6th or the 7th or something like that. Anyways, any suggestions for remembering dreams? A dream journal, or when you wake up, take your phone and voice record whatever. Just, I don't even care if it's like, I seen the sky and the fucking birds. Like, it doesn't even matter. Just whatever you can, or a dream journal. Thanks, Mia. I appreciate you. Hey, rays of light. What's up? What's up? Turquoise stone. Yeah, this is the aquamarine. This is what the next we bought the stones. They're so beautiful. And they're actually Only the best for Angel Gang. Only the best. Okay. Anyways, they're fully sustainably sourced from Brazil. And this is what the next essential oil bracelet, the main stone, the centerpiece stone, is going to be made out of. For my bird that flew away in a couple of hours. 555 speaks of challenges, change, and the courage to overcome both. All right, I love you guys. Been pulling Justice card every day for a few weeks now. That could be because if it keeps pulling up like that, that's what they want you to focus on. What is justice? And I'm telling you, if you look through this community, it's all going to be about what somebody deserves for what they did to you to hurt you and da 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 da. That is devil energy roping you out of your own justice, I promise you, because your mind manifests. What manifests? It's like a car. You know what I'm saying? The vehicle goes where your eyes go. It's your mind, wherever you're focused. And that devil energy is playing so many people out in this community by not manifesting justice for themselves, but justice for other people. And that's what you guys are obsessed watching. How the people hurt you are all suffering for what they've done. And maybe they are, maybe they aren't. And even if they are, who cares? Did you get what you deserve? A lot of you know, because you weren't manifesting it. So you should probably start doing that, and hopefully this reading encourages you to do that. Do that for those that haven't. But for many of you, that's what's coming in because you already did, yo. You went to God and said, I don't even give a fuck, yo. I just want what I deserve. Yeah. You're going to get it. All right? I love you guys. Until the next time I see you, keep letting your inner angels live. Mwah. Ciao.